What's up, y'all? I've been playing tag with y'all on Scope. Come on in here you guys, and rock with me. I think we good. Come on, come back. Thank you so much for inviting your followers and your networks, you guys. I was stuck out there, and my phone kept freezing. Yolanda Moore, I think that's you. You that WNBA star. Yes, thank you for rocking with me. Welcome to my scope. I'm your girl, Sophia Ruffin, the author of the book From Point Guard to Prophet. Come on, somebody. While y'all on here acting brand new, go ahead, tap the right, give me some heart, show me some love if you love me for real in real life, because I love y'all for real in real life. Thank you, Shelly Mack. Thank you, Latoya. There you go, Prophet Dave. You the real MVP. Jasmine Starks, what it do? Yolanda Moore, I need to figure out how I can connect with you. I mean, I just really want to. I know I'm not freezing. Dion P. What up? Thank you, Dion P. Marie Set. Hello, you guys. Welcome to my scope. What up, Kenyatta? Thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, I want to say this real quick. Come on, somebody. Welcome to my scope. If you're a first timer, this is what I want to say. Here's the ground rules and the preliminaries. Periodically, as it gets good, I want you to tap the right and give me some love, give me some hearts periodically. And then what I want you to do is I want you to invite your followers and your networks, you guys, and share with your people. And so another thing, listen, I don't block misfits. I don't block them. I think that it's a demonic spirit that do not want me to get this word out today, because this is my third time attempting to do this scope and it keeps on freezing. So it's a reason why this scope is trying to be held up. And so for people that get on here and they ask me to be quiet, I'm too loud, I'm screaming, go ahead, as Miss Kathy say, I'm going to turn the volume up, but you need to turn your volume down if my voice irritates you. All right? So listen. Yes, you can actually purchase my book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your local bookstore. You guys, you can download it on your phone. Don't act like y'all don't like y'all having y'all phones at all times. Download it on your phone, okay? iTunes as well as Google Plus. Do that and get my book From Point Guard to Prophet. And so also, if you're not able to make it to my book signing, let me know, because I can personally sign and ship you a book ASAP. It's that easy. It's that easy, you guys. So listen, I wanted to share this, the power of the prophetic word. Okay? Making sure I'm good. Yeah, Yolanda Moore, get my book for real. I looked you up because you're a WNBA champ, actually. So I looked you up. You awesome. Listen, you guys, when you get my book, I want you to read page 127. And I was sharing with you guys the power of the prophetic word. And many people, I've been telling my testimony. And if you want more of my story, you guys, you have to go on YouTube, Sophia Ruffin, or follow Trine Moses, you guys, for more of my actual testimony and my story on how God delivered me and set me free. And so, listen, my book is just telling my personal journey and my story on how the enemy used the spirit. He attempted to use basketball, my love, my passion, and my zeal for the game to be a gateway to open up the demonic doors of the spirit of homosexuality and perversion. And so this is my story, you guys. And so I really want to share with you guys the power of the prophetic, the power of the spoken word. What up, Shanika? God bless you. The power of God's hand being on somebody's life. And in spite of your own agenda, your own plan, your own story, your own direction, and your own way of thinking, that at the end of the day, God has a plan for you and it can't be altered or reversed. And so this is my personal story. And I was just so blessed when I was reading my book. I ran across page 127 through like 130. And listen, let me just share this. I got a lot of trolls on here. Let me share this, you guys. Chapter 6 is talking about my life at the university, okay? And at that point in my life, when I had made it to the university, I had been sharing with you guys that the higher you go up athletically, and you around the spirit of homosexuality and perversion, you go to another level. You enter into another bracket. And so I explain all of that in my book, that the enemy used basketball to open up doors and expose me to some things, you guys, that I couldn't share it all in one book. So you're going to have a part 2, part 3, and all of that coming forth. But what I wanted to share is the power of the prophetic word, and why it's important for you to prophesy, and why it's important to be exposed to the power of God and the presence of God. Listen, it wasn't religion that turned me on to God. It wasn't somebody putting this whole religious spell on me, but I actually ran into the power of God. I ran into the prophetic, and the prophetic changed my life. And so I really want to talk to you guys about why it's important to attend these activations, why it's important to be connected with a prophetic company, people that are prophesying, people that got a word in their mouth to prophesy to you. And so listen, I normally don't block, but I really want to get some of this out. And so you guys know, yeah, let me just deal with some of this for a minute. Okay, got it. I really want to be calm and get this out. Okay. 127 through 129. Let me tell you guys, in my book, I was sharing about how at that point in my life in college, when I was on the collegiate level, I was exposed to homosexuality on a level that was just out of this world. And the reason why I say that is because some of the coaches and, things like that, we were exposed to same-sex attraction. We were exposed to that. And, it just opened up the doors because you're free. You're free to be yourself. You playing the game you love. You're not focused on, I wasn't focused on no God. I didn't have time for God. My whole focus was on playing basketball, keeping a rock in my hand, keeping some money in my hand, hitting the club, having a few drinks, and in and out of relationships with homosexual relationships. So, one time, I want to explain this. Listen, I went home for a holiday break, okay? And at this time, it could sneak on you and you don't even know it, right? At this time, when I went home for a holiday break, you guys, I was with my godmother. And while I was with my godmother, she took me over her sister's house. And as I was telling you guys, I ran into a little girl that was about 12 or 13 years old. This little girl was deaf, and she couldn't speak. And so when this little girl walked up to me, at this point I had on like some Anichi jeans, a red jacket. I had a fade with like 360 waves, you guys. I felt like I was dressed to kill. I had some Timberland boots on. I was doing my thing. And so I was sitting on the couch waiting on my godmom. And all of a sudden, this little girl comes up to me and she's pointing to the ceiling, and I'm talking about going crazy. And so I'm looking at her like, what's wrong with this little girl? Like, what's wrong with her? Why is she acting like that? Like, what's wrong with this little girl? But the more I kept saying what's wrong with this little girl, the more out of control she was. It was like she was anxiously trying to express something, but she couldn't get it out verbally. And so, mind you, I had got up to make a phone call, but when I made this phone call, the person I was calling didn't answer the phone. I didn't leave a voice message. I didn't leave nothing. I hung up the phone. And so the little girl come back at me, pointing in my face, and I'm like, man, will somebody please get this little girl? Like, why is she in my face doing all of this? Like, she doing so much. And so finally I was like, Godmom, can you find out what this little girl is saying? Because apparently whatever she got to say is extremely important. And so my godmother ended up getting the little girl's mom. And so the little girl's mom says to me, you really don't want to know what she's saying. And I said, I really do want to know, because apparently she got something to say, because she keep on pointing in my face and she keep on, trying to scream, but she's not getting it out. And so to make a long story short, the little girl started asking me these, saying that God said, why won't I come to him? And, why am I running from him? And hey, Devin. And so God, and I said, surely God isn't asking me these questions. So I tell the little girl's mom, I said to her, I think y'all making this stuff up, because how God telling this little girl asking me questions? Because number one, why God asking something that he apparently know? I was born like this. He made me like this. So at that time, I felt like I was born gay. I felt like, why is God asking me questions about why am I hurting him? Why won't I come to him? Why won't I listen to him? And he made me to be a woman. And so I was getting mad, like, why y'all telling me something that God should already know? And so the little girl kept on pointing. So I tell the little girl, Mom, man, y'all on some weird stuff. I told my godmama, get me out of here. This is set up, and they gonna use a person that's deaf and can't speak to try to prophesy to me or whatever. And she telling me some crazy stuff. And so right when I was getting ready to leave out the door, I was like, man, why they gotta make up stuff? So I was mad. I felt like I was set up. I felt like somebody set me up. Surely God didn't bring me over my godmother's sister's house, and somebody getting ready to tell me something God saying I didn't want to hear it. And matter of fact, this little girl really ruining my night, because I got plans tonight and she telling me something about what God said. So, at any point, you guys, invite your followers and networks. And so listen, right when I was at the point, you guys, where I was so mad, like I was hot, smoke was coming out of my ears, the little girl said to her mom, because her mom, nobody was around, you guys. Nobody was around but the little girl when I was trying to call my friend. The little girl, God gave her a word of knowledge. You guys, the prophetic is so powerful. Listen, the prophetic is so powerful. God will use anybody. He used a little girl who had a spirit of deaf and dumb that was on her, and he used her to prophesy to my life. My godmother, Special K, is a witness. And so, listen, the little girl, she says to her mother as I was walking out the door, because they knew my heart was already made up. Like, I felt like all these people lying, everybody in here saved, and they just don't, they just trying to manipulate me and all of that. So I got burnt. As I'm walking out the door, the little girl says to her mother, what about the woman she was calling and gave me the information of everything that I was getting ready to say to the woman, and even told me about the relationship. The little girl started prophesying a word of knowledge. Now, that's when I got scared. I got spooked. I'm like, whoa. Now, wait a minute now. Wait, this got a little bit too deep. Now I could not deny the fact that the little girl was now prophesying knowledge, because her mama couldn't make that up. So I'm like, whoa, this getting really strange, God mama. I said, I need you to get me out of here. I really need to go. This has gotten way out of hand over here. I did not come on my holiday break for nobody to prophesy. And I'm telling you guys, I grew up in the Southern Baptist Church, Maylene. I didn't know nothing about, she was signing. She was doing all that. But her mother interpreted the conversation and my relationship, and she started telling her mother words of knowledge that her mother had no idea about. I'm telling you, I was messed up. So I remember, let me read this part, you guys. Listen, and as I'm reading it, invite your followers, give me hearts. Listen, let me share this part in the book. After all of that, and I realized that this little girl is on to something, God really chased me down. He sought me out. Like he rushed in. He was getting my attention, that he used the deaf and dumb spirit to prophesy to me, you guys. And so it says, It says, finally, the little girl was able to tell me exactly who I was calling, and while the person wasn't answering the phone, she hit me with a prophetic word of knowledge. At this point, water filled my eyes, and if I blinked, I would have flooded the floors. I rushed out and begged my godmama to get me up out of there. We departed, and my entire world was turned upside down. I was confused, sad, scared, and didn't know how to respond. I was freaked out because I had never seen such a thing before. I didn't know what to think. How could I share this moment with anyone? They would think I was crazy. Heck, am I crazy? What's wrong with me? I thought I couldn't wait to get back to school, because now here came those feelings of conviction and a desire to speak to this God with whom I had no relationship. Ugh, she had just messed me up. I was in need of a blunt to suppress these feelings. How could this happen when life for me was going great? I was living my best life, so I thought. When I returned to school, now listen to the power of that prophetic word and how it shifted me for a minute. Listen to this. It says, when I returned to school, something different was happening. I was carrying around this feeling of what God is thinking. I had never thought about what God was thinking about me. I was hitting the club doing my thing. Now, this little girl done imparted something in me and done put something on my mind that by the time I made it back to school, now I'm worried about what God wants with me, what he thinking about me, and I was all messed up. She messed me up, put it like that. The prophetic word will mess you up if you allow it to. And so listen, you guys, listen to how I was trying to suppress it. I was trying to get a blunt. I was trying to get me a drink, Heavenly Hands. I needed something to take away this feeling that I was having, because look, she just messed me up. And so it says, I said, what am I going to do? I couldn't tell my homies this stuff. I was looking in the mirror trying to wash off the confusion. I was like a deer in headlights. This little girl came along and knocked me unconscious from my life and shifted me into a new place. Listen, the prophetic word will literally knock you unconscious and shift you into a new place. And I said, I was on an emotional roller coaster, and once again, these God thoughts became a distraction. People were asking, Sophia, what's wrong with you? I had to play it cool and say, oh, nothing, I'm good. I figured I'd be back to normal once I hit the club. About a week later, I went to the club with one of my homies. I got dressed as usual, listening to some NSYNC and jamming. I was creating an atmosphere before I made it to the club. Listen to this, you guys. As soon as we arrived, I felt some type of way. I felt bad about going to the club, and in my head, I began repenting and apologizing to God. Yeah, NSYNC. This little girl had just really messed me up. But it was mostly the prophetic word that was chasing me down, you guys. And so I said, oh no, what am I doing? Why am I concerned with God? I battled in my mind over and over, trying to make myself comfortable. I was beginning to get uncomfortable in my own skin. I was drinking and smoking weed to take my focus away from my discomfort. Once I began smoking and drinking, it increased because it kept my mind off of my convictions. That encounter with that little girl, listen, pulled me out of a realm, and now I was developing a sensitivity, and I was more aware of my feelings. Check this part out. It was as if those words, the prophetic words, had pulled off a bandage, and I was able to feel the blood. That's powerful, you guys. Listen, I gotta pause. The prophetic word knocked me out. I mean, it literally launched me to another realm. I started developing a sensitivity for God. But the most thing that I love is that it was like the words of the prophetic ripped off that band-aid that I had on. And that band-aid was basketball, it was drugs, it was women, it was all of that I had going on. And she had removed the band-aid and I was able to feel the blood. Sometimes, you guys, you got to feel the blood and the pain, and you need to feel exactly what you've experienced or what you went through. So many times we put things in place to cover up what we going through, to cover up the trauma, the abandonment, and the rejection. And so we put on lifestyles, we put on identities, we put on all type of layers to try to cover up from what we really have endured and what we've been going through. And so my book, Point Guard the Prophet, is giving you guys all of that, you guys. I'm telling you, listen. I wanted to share the power of the prophetic, that keep on prophesying to your son and daughter. Keep on prophesying to the girls you see on the basketball team that you always shake your head and say it don't make no sense that they act like that or they gay. Keep on prophesying to the ones that look like misfits and they look like no good thing is coming out of their life. You got to keep on prophesying, because prophecy is seeds that are planted, and those seeds will be watered by the Most High God, and the manifestation of deliverance is going to come forth. And so listen, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you that this book is not just a book on my deliverance. It's an impartation that the power, and it's an impartation, and it talks about the prophetic. Get around people that are going to prophesy to you, because look, I had to receive a prophetic word from a deaf and dumb spirit for God to awaken me. Now, did I turn my life around instantaneously? No, I did not. But that was a seed that was planted, and the spirit of homosexuality began to lose its grip. Why? Because God was starting to knock on my door, and God was starting to summons me, and God was taking action and initiative to seek me out and to chase me down. We serve a God, my God, I feel the Holy Ghost. We serve a God that is so awesome, that he cares about exactly what you're going through, what you're dealing with, and your situation, that he will chase you down. He will seek you out. He is a jealous lover. I told you guys before, God pulled me out of the bed sheets. He will bother you. It's when God stop bothering you when you need to get concerned and you need to worry. God continued to chase me down with prophetic word after prophetic word before I even knew about the prophetic word. That's why I don't just get all excited about prophets. I get excited about the one who reveals such secrets, and that is the Most High God. And so I encourage you guys, I charge you guys, don't allow your mouth to be locked up and shut. You need to open up your mouth and speak life to somebody. Trust the power of God. It may appear, look at that situation, how I tried to nudge off and deny the power of God, and all of a sudden God released the word of knowledge that knocked me off my feet. You cannot deny the power of God. Many people I thank you, Holy Ghost. Many people will deny and say that that's not God. But I'm telling you, they cannot deny the power of God. And so it is phenomenal when you can continue to stay until God gives you a word of knowledge and prophesy. Why? Because the word of God cannot be denied. People don't need to hear your voice. They don't need to hear your revelation. They need to run into power, because power is what's going to convert and change lives. Listen, I was an agent for the power of darkness. I was a principality for the powers of darkness. I served the demonic kingdom while I was in college. Why? Because I was on a mission to convert. I was on a mission to transform lives, and the enemy was promising me good wealth. He was promising me great success. He was promising me open doors. He was telling me that I would make it to the WNBA, but it was a certain type of thing I had to do. And the enemy, I'm telling you, he be making these false promises, but God will come in and he will overthrow the powers of darkness, and he will literally pull you out of darkness. The enemy was trying to counterfeit and make me some promises that he couldn't keep. Only God had the ability to promise me something and to speak something and it come to pass. So listen, could have helped some of the other girls see your change. I did stay in basketball. I stayed in basketball until my time was up. When I was in San Jose, California for the WNBA semi-pro tryout, God told me he had a different route. So I couldn't, God had a different route. So maybe now my influence now, and me still being connected to the arena, I'm different now. So I had to be pulled away from that environment, pulled away from that influence, get away with God, get skilled and trained so that I can go back to minister, to prophesy and declare the word of the Lord. Some stuff you got to get pulled out of. But you can't, there's some places and some things God will pull you out of and then send you back. So I am one to say, the comeback kid is coming for you. Because I'm a prophet to the nations. I'm a prophet to the nations. And I tell my sisters, and the comeback kid is coming for you. The comeback kid is coming for you. Listen, because I survived, I'm going back for my sisters and brothers. And I'm releasing awareness. And this book is going to bless your life, bless your destiny. It talks about how my family handled me with the spirit of homosexuality. It talks about my mother being a praying mother. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Come on. It tells you all of that. This is going to deal with the spirit of rejection, abandonment, and trauma. This book is talking about how the spirit of rejection it forms in your mother's womb, and the enemy releases a demonic warrant for your destiny. Come on, somebody. My book is going to bring hope, restoration to families across the world. Okay? So I want y'all to get this book, not just because you are getting it for me, but you're getting it because it's going to bring redemption, hope, revelation, blessings, breakthrough to your family. So I wanted to share with you guys the power of the prophetic. You got your book today. Good. I'm high-fiving you. Thank you for supporting my ministry. I'm high-fiving you. Do not give up on that one that looks rebellious. Do not give up. You can contact me on Facebook. Sophia Ruffin. You can email me at Sophia. Godmama, can you put the email up? So good. I'm glad you got the book, you guys. Hey, DD Page. DD Page. DD Page. So yeah, do not give up. All right. I love y'all. Y'all are forever blessed. Did y'all enjoy this scope? Let me know if you enjoyed this scope, if it blessed you. The power of the prophetic word. Hey, Breach, I love you. What's up, Turner? I think you awesome. I love you, Shelly Matt. Good. I want this to bless you, you guys. You get yours Wednesday. I can't wait. Sophia Ruffin Ministry at yahoo.com. All right, you guys. So, look. I love you too, Mom 35. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Prophet Dave. So, you guys, do not give up. Yeah, Breach, I sent your book off already. All right? Yeah, I love my little sis. Give her a hug for me. You got to catch the replay. I'm sorry. Yeah, order the paperback. Thank you, Maylene. So, I just wanted to share that, you guys, the power of the prophetic. Thank you so much, DD Page. I appreciate it. Book signing is next Friday, you guys. Listen, I'll be in Mount Vernon this weekend. Also, I'm going to be a part of the Sex Wars online conference that's going on this weekend, you guys. I will be going forth on Saturday from, I think, 11:15 to 12:15. And my topic is, am I born gay? And so this is a great thing, you guys. If you have not registered, you can go on Sex Wars at Eventbrite. I won't be scoping the pay registration fee that they did for the Sex Wars conference, you guys. That's going to be a webinar. So definitely do that. Also, thank you, Dr. Calissa. I love you. Sending you a hug. Also, you guys, my book signing is next week. I'll be in Mount Vernon this weekend. So, if you're in the area, St. Louis, something like that, Mount Vernon is a hop, skip, and a jump. So be blessed, you guys. Continue to support me. Thank you so much. I pray blessings over you guys, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to have some Misfit shirts there. Yep, Detroit the second weekend in July. Awesome. All right, you guys, be blessed. Thank y'all.